listening to Super K-Pop.
Hello, welcome back to Super K-Pop for part 2 of the show, listeners, where you can explore all the different genres of K-Pop. And right now, in Korea, the time is 5 p.m. In New York, America, it'll be 4 a.m. Mexico City, Mexico, 3 a.m. In London, England, the time is 9 a.m. And all the way in Taipei, Taiwan, 3 p.m. In Wellington, New Zealand, the time right now is 8 p.m. A huge thank you to all you listeners tuning in from around the world today. I'm your host, Sam Carter. And coming up in the second half of today's show, very excited for Oh My K-Pop because we've got NIve joining us very, very shortly. Together, what we're going to do is closely explore K-pop musicians that we love. And today's K-pop musician, we're talking all about the brilliant N-Flying. Yes, do send in a song by this group that you want to listen to today. Tell us why you like N-Flying as well, maybe. You can do that for a chance to win a video message from myself and NIve. Write into us and take part via our official homepage, and that's adidangradio.com. All you have to do is go to the Super K-Pop page and click send message on the left-hand side.
Download the Arirang Radio application.
Type in
ARIRANG.
Arirang Radio on your app store.
Download it and listen to
Arirang Radio.
88.7 in Jeju City.
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Channel 144 on Sirius XM in the U.S. Arirang Radio.
Tune in, Arirang Radio.
Stay tuned, listeners. We've got Oh My K-Pop with NIve happening in part 2. But first, let's kick off the second half with a Sam Kim song. This one's called For You.
When the autumn leaves change color and the warmth of my spring is gone, all the memories left in summer of you come one by one. I know I've tried to letting go of the past. Now it's time to go. I'll say goodbye and leave behind all my tears, all the pain and bitterness inside, the lonely days, the cracks we've made, the fabricated lies. I gave my all away to you, for you, for you. I'll say goodbye to you. Finally the days are warmer and my sighs no longer show in the air. I remember now your laugh when I'd say I loved you. Oh, 'cause I know I've tried to hold on to little we had, but now it's time to let go. I've said goodbye, I've left behind all my tears, all the pain and bitterness inside, the lies we take to try and save what's left of both our pride. I gave my all away to you, for you, for you. Just one last time, I'll say I felt too many times, I've tried so many times for you, for you, for you. I see your smile, oh your smile kills me just the same. The sunny days, the nights we made from paper cranes and roses. I know not to fall, but fall away. I do for you, for you. I fall away.
On Adidang Radio,
Artists you wanna hear and know.
now on Adidang Radio.
Do you all love K-pop?
If you do, welcome to this segment.
The K-pop musicians we love.
The reason why K-pop is loved all around the world.
During this time, I, Sam Carter,
And NIve will be closely examining and exploring K-pop through the musician's point of view.
Oh My K-pop. Love that track. Listeners, Oh My K-pop time with NIve in the studio.
Hello!
Buddy, it's so nice to have you with us again. Good week.
It's getting colder and colder.
It's getting very cold now.
Very cold at night. I've been getting a new blanket for me.
That's lovely because it's obviously November started officially. Like it's like a very cold time of year.
But I haven't been using it because I was awake all night.
Yeah,
Pulling the all-nighters.
but if you didn't know, by the way, listeners, NIve is actually a vampire. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep at all.
No, I'm just a human, but I just haven't getting a lot of sleep. So if you guys don't hear me from another for a month or two, call the ambulance, please.
Yes, yeah. If NIve's not coming in next week, we'll find him. We'll find him. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry.
Oh, the feels.
It's so nice to have you with us, of course, today,
Yes, sir.
NIve. What we do for this, guys, is of course we talk about amazing musicians and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we get started a little bit?
Yes, sir. We'll be choosing the K-pop musician of the hour, look back on their history from their debut till now, and Sam and I will be analyzing the reason why we think they are loved through our point of view.
Absolutely, and we also need the listeners' participation.
Of course, during the middle of the segment, Sam and I will B-side tracks that we like by the artist.
And then for today's K-pop musician, please do send in a song by them you want to hear. Tell us why you became their fan.
Lastly, you can always send in your requests for the K-pop musician that you want us to closely examine. We will actively reflect your opinions.
Yep, and also, me and NIve, we always do a video message for one very lucky listener.
Yes.
So even more motivation, I think, hopefully, for you guys to take part and write in. All right, buddy. Well, very much looking forward to today's K-pop musician of the day.
Yes, sir. Today's K-pop musician is Amazing and Flying.
And flying.
Yes, introduction of them. Even before their debut in Korea, they were active in Japanese indie music and developed their musical skills. Their musical activities are basically live-oriented.
Yeah.
Whether the stage is small or big, whether it's a solo stage or festival, they are stage masters with good manners and funky sound and witty performance. It's a team that's known as the Excitement Reach Band, free youth band always delivering pleasant energy. Let's check out N-Flying's music now.
Yes, I know lots of you are big fans of N-Flying, so this should be fun. So, they're a boy band of 5 who debuted in Korea in 2015. Oh, it's a long time ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, with 기가 막혀, awesome, right? So the team name, it's simple, combination of new and flying, and next and flying as well. So it means a new leap, or and flying for short. Two singles released in Japan before their debut in Korea, Basket and One and Only, ranking second on the Oricon Indie Weekly chart. They really were recognized for their skills by ranking first on Tower Records as well. Tower Records in Japan is huge. Like it's I've been there before actually. It's a huge
you
building. Yeah, and I went. They've got a store on the first floor where they sell albums and stuff. I had a really great time there. Tower Records is huge. So they kind of call themselves the
Yeah.
Yes, so they've got famous love for their fans, and they look at fans that come to their fan signing event with so much love. They wear the props that the fans buy for them. You know, they've got a great, loving relationship.
Oh my. All right, new music information with the title there of 8th mini album, Dearest. It released on October 17th, 2022. It was the last album before joining the army. It was revealed at the concert Encon 2, held in August. Upon its release, it successfully made a comeback by reaching the top 5 of the local iTunes K-pop albums and ranking in the top 5 of the entire album charts in 4 regions. It's N-Flying's confession song that expresses the overflowing heart that just fell in love. I thought there would be no more love. I'm screwed. I'm in love with you. 다신 사랑 따위는 없을 줄 알았다. 망했다. 널 좋아하게 돼서. It's a very interesting love song with the lyrics that start with I'm screwed.
I like that. It's very, it's very realistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we actually do sometimes think about that.
You know, there's a song, 죽겠다.
죽겠다, yeah.
죽겠다.
Icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it has that
Similar.
resonance, but like I love when the song just talks about the pure, I don't know, it's not like pure words, but like what comes out of like from your pure mindset, like when you're not on on air, but you stuff that you say.
Yes.
When that's as lyrics, it's a bold attempt,
It's so important.
which I love.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
not over romanticized or over dramatic. It's kind of how we'd feel in real life, right?
That's why we can deeply relate to it. The ones that I just hear like I'm screwed, I can relate in so many ways.
I know, right? It's amazing. I've got to say, N-Flying, a group that I paid lots of attention to, because in 2015 I was still in my group. This is a long time ago now. This is 7 years ago. I was still in my group, I remember. And I remember I kept a keen eye on them because obviously they're at the label FNC that made CM Blue and FT Island, right? Who are two of the most successful Korean bands ever, really.
Right.
Not just in Korea, but in Japan as well. And so I remember thinking, this is the next big group coming out of Korea, N-Flying. And they used to open up for CM Blue at their concerts in Japan. I saw a few clips and I was really impressed because N-Flying, a little bit different, mixing hip-hop and rock. It definitely has been done before, but maybe not so much in Korea, I think. Because immediately I think about like Linkin Park,
Right.
you know, bands like that. Obviously a little bit different, but I thought that was N-Flying. It was a very interesting experiment, which I think, you know, proved to be very successful. They've done well. I mean, obviously we've got so much more to talk about when it comes to N-Flying, but I think we got to listen to latest music, mate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let us listen to this. It's called I Like You, but it's translated as 퐁왕 by N-Flying.
Let's go.
망했다 그동안 꽤 잘 참았는데 왜 갑자기 내 앞에 나타나 버린 거야 끈긴 회로에 불이 피고 있어 보통처럼 이제 나도 몰라 yeah, 나 얼마 전에 헤어졌어 꽤 유명한 집돌이고 전화도 잘 안 받고 싶어 그래서 친구 하나 없어 그만 벗고 나가 볼까 해서 별 기대 없이 마치 무슨 짠듯이 짜여진 테이블처럼 내 앞에 네가 있었던 거야 이렇게 꾹꾹꾹 난 나를 아끼며 혹시라도 마주칠까 봐서 눈만 동동 굴리면 닮은 게 맞지만 확실하진 않을래 그 순간 포기해진 그 손 왠지 난이 난 Pablo 망했다 됐어 어떻게 우리들 사이 낭만이 있을까 그러면 되는 거잖아 나쁜 놈이잖아 온전히 집중할 시간이 필요했잖아 그냥 핑계였던 거야 나쁜 놈이잖아 그렇게 꾹꾹꾹 난 나를 아끼며 혹시라도 마주칠까 봐서 눈만 동동 굴리면 닮은 게 맞지만 확실하진 않을래 그 순간 포기짓는 손 왠지 난이 난 바보 망했다 그동안 꽤 잘 참았는데 왜 갑자기 내 앞에 나타나 버린 거야 끊긴 회로에 불이 피고 있어 꽃봉처럼 이제 나도 몰라 폭망 널 좋아하게 됐어 폭망 널 좋아하게 됐어 있는 힘껏 날려해 난 벌 받을 거야 기분은 날아갈 듯이 좋아질 거야 똑같은 너 만나서 너도 똑같이 당해봐 내 기분을 망치지 마라 조동했어 망했다 그동안 꽤 잘 참았는데 왜 갑자기 내 앞에 나타나 버린 거야 끊긴 회로에 불이 피고 있어 꽃봉처럼 이제 나도 몰라 널 좋아하게 됐어 폭망 널 좋아하게 됐어
Very clever song, Pongma, I like you,
Yeah.
by N Flying. Lyrically, it's very witty, very witty.
I mean, melody-wise too, it supports that idea. But it's like, I hear it as like a helplessly falling in love with somebody
Yeah.
else. I like it. I like their the way, the angle that they look at the concept love.
Yes, it's kind of like, oh no, I fell in love with you. It's almost in a negative
Yeah,
way.
like I try so hard not to, but then I'm just falling in love with you. So let me
dear.
just write a song about that.
Exactly. It's quite nice that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're talking N Flying today,
Yes,
listeners.
sir. Please send in the song by them that you want to hear, and also tell us about the reason why you became their fan.
That would be lovely. All right, so today we're talking about N Flying, and they've actually got some big hit songs, man. They've got some big hit songs.
Yeah.
Of course, some of them very popular that all of you will know. What we're going to do is play some of them and have a good old talk. Let's go.
야, 네 형.
넌 다시 태어나면 뭐가 되고 싶냐?
저 감자요. 감자? 네, 뜨거운 감자.
This is very clever.
I love the intro. Alright, this is called Hot Potato, 뜨거운 감자. It's the title song of the third mini album released on January 3rd, 2018, The Hottest and Flying. From the title song, Hot Potato, with witty lyrics, leader Lee Seung-hyuk participated in writing lyrics, composing, and rap making all the songs on the album. The funky guitar sound stimulates the excitement of the introduction, so M-Flying's unique musical color stands out. A cheerful song that sings M-Flying's ambition to be at the center of hot topics someday.
Yeah, so actually, when you come into the chorus for this song, it becomes more of an obvious type of band song.
Yeah.
But actually, the verse parts are very unique, just in like melody-wise, lyric-wise as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I
huh?
love this part too. It's like so K-pop.
Very.
But like I think it's also like precisely calculated
Yes.
by them, and it's just amazing. It sounds awesome when the artist participates in writing and producing. Always, you know, who would think about that witty introductory, comment?
So in the intro, what they're talking about is, what would you want to be if you could be born again or live again, right? And he was saying, I'd like to be a hot potato.
And they're like, what? And then the song starts.
And then it starts.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not a producer wouldn't come up with that. That's an artist's job.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
To come up with that. It's really interesting, and it's so energetic. It's very FNC style, like
Very.
CM Blue, FT Island. I like the fact that all the groups have one thing in common. Lots of their songs have a similar color, which is cool. Love this one. 뜨거운 감자, hot potato. What?
Is this real? Break up and fight to mock your beat back at coach. We got your we get that oh goddamn 날 보고 기겁해. 왜 눈이 막지 마노 하거나 말거나 가지 마라 오늘이 밤지 나도 come back tomorrow 부드럽게 안겨줘 something mellow 혼자 있으면 뭐 할래 내가 필요하다면 돼 고민은 버릴게 노래는 뜨겁게 해 여기다 쓸어둘게 조명이 환히 비추고 내가 노래를 부르면 따뜻함해 나는 뜨거운 감정 너는 별을 보자며 내 몸을 당겼어 단 한 번에
This is the big one.
Yes, this is what made And Flying and Flying.
Yep.
This is called 옥탑방, a rooftop, title song Fly High Project number 2, Rooftop, released on January 2nd, 2019. N-Flying's Fly High project is an annual project in one format of a solo concert and a digital release. Members participated in the planning and production. It's an album where you can check out N-Flying's deep music world. 옥탑방, Rooftop is Lee Seung-yup's own song. It's a song that depicts the sad memories of the two after breaking up with a loved one who used to sit side by side on the rooftop and looked at the night sky together. It's a song that makes you feel sentimental. Obviously, it does. After the promotion, this song went up in the charts after 4 years since their debut, and all the members were sobbing. I mean, this song is also a great exemplary of reversing in charts.
Yeah.
After the song's success in climbing the chart, they moved their studio from underground to ground, and the agency's treatment has changed. Oh, it's sad.
A little bit sad, yeah.
It's also amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats for them. All right. For the secret to success in a Rooftop, Lee Seung-yup said, I thought people would listen to good songs someday. I think the sincerity that I've worked hard for so far would have been understood by the public.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good one. Good one.
The music's the most important thing, isn't it, really?
Always.
And it's interesting, like, obviously the music's great, but I think the storytelling's great in this song too, right? The whole story of being on a rooftop in Korea, it's quite a sentimental thing. Like, if you live on a rooftop, like villa or one room or something like that, it can be very cold in the winter time. It's very hot in the summertime. It's kind of a difficult place to live in sometimes. Spending, like, I think lots of people have that sort of memory or story about a rooftop room. And the melody, they're so catchy, isn't it?
It is like it starts with the chorus.
It does, yeah.
And it just grabs your attention right away. And you know, I think they're really good at like rapping as well.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm realizing, and they're just like great vocalists, and how they compose the song, like the arrangement as well. It's very N-Flying band style.
Yes.
I know FNC, you know, through CN Blue and FDI Land, but each bands that they have like somehow like different band driving skills.
They are very different, yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's amazing.
It's brilliant. This song, it's the big one, guys. It's N-Flying's 옥탑방 Rooftop.
Every time I look up in the sky, yeah. 기대 따라기도 없는 style, yeah. 괜찮아 네가 내 우주도 밝게 빛나줘. 아 진짜로 그 말을 듣고 싶어서 만난 게 아니잖아요.
Okay, a bit of a different vibe this time.
But another creative topic. This is called Oh Really? 아 진짜요? This is 7th mini album released on June 10th, 2020. So a communication 소통 title song. Pluck synth sound and marimba are very attractive in the song that makes you feel cool. I love pluck sound.
Yeah.
Guitar with groove, bouncy drum, and bass sound are also very, very impressive in this song. Leader Lee Seung-yup said he wrote this song after seeing his soulless reaction, oh really, of people. What kind of life have you been having?
I know.
It's a song about his will to share feelings with others rather than formal communication. Lyrics goes, oh my, really, it's a mess. Not the formality, can't you speak for me? In Korean, 헐, 진짜요, 진짜로. 엉망진창이니까 그런 형식적인 거 말고요. 날 위해 말해줄 순 없나요?
Yeah.
This is artist-driven song.
Very artistic.
Yeah.
The lyrics are always very strong, and it's because that's a thing that lots of people might say as it's like an automatic response. 아 진짜요? Yeah, like that sort of thing.
아 진짜.
No soul.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's a good topic to talk about.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they mixed in different like digital instrument elements as well in this song. Right?
They tried something very different in this album. But I think also they didn't lose the track of their band driving character. So I think they did very creatively.
Really important. So again, it's a big theme with N Flying. Great lyrics, catchy melodies. It's a good song. You know, it's simple.
Yeah.
아 진짜요? Oh really?
아 진짜요 예 진짜요 하루 종일 나의 눈을 바라봐줄 순 없어도 지금만 날 사랑해줘요 Oh really 아 진짜요 그래요 잘 가요 I'm freaking out to say goodbye 나조차도 오늘 밤 주저떨고 있네 아 진짜요 진짜로 엉망진창이니까 그런 형식적인 거 말고요 날 위해
All right, listeners. So 3 big songs from N Flying that we just spoke about. It's interesting talking about N Flying. We've spoken about their leader Lee Seung-hyup a lot. I just really quickly want to mention that they've got a vocalist called Yoo Hye-sung, who I love because I actually did a vocal direct for a song that he sang. It was an OST called Fight On. So I went to direct Yoo Hye-sung for the first time, and I knew he's from N Flying, and I knew he was a good singer. And then I heard him live, mate. I was shocked. He's so good. Like he sounds exactly the same
Awesome. Oh wow!
as in the songs. Like
ate the CD.
like just, he eats CDs all day, just all day eating CDs. So powerful. He's got such a high key as well, and I think his part in N Flying is really important. It's obviously Easing Up's amazing, right? But their songs are very high up in range, and so you need a vocalist who can kind of be very rocking with power, but also sort of tell the story at the same time. He does it so well. He's such a good singer. So I thought I'd give a big shout out. Yoo Hye-sung is such a good vocalist. Love him.
It must have been really awesome.
Yeah, it was
recording him. Huh?
We did it was a hard song as well. It was a very sort of, it's called Fight On. It was a very kind of energetic, very
Yeah.
kind of heavy kind of song, and he did it. It was so high, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, "How are you okay? How are you doing this?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's keep going."
Oh man!
And then I had to do the backing vocals, and I was like,
You had to-
how did you sing this? This is so hard." So he's great from N Flying. He's fantastic. Right. It's interesting talking about N Flying because obviously they're a band, right? Sort of an idol type band. We both went ahead and tried to pick songs, didn't we?
Yes.
From them.
Yes.
I've got to say, I was kind of I couldn't figure out what type of song I wanted to play for you guys. So I'm gonna go first with my song choice today.
Yes.
Now, so the title of this song immediately stood out to me. It's a song called Firefly.
Firefly?
So, Firefly. So you know fireflies,
Yes.
the
yes.
flies that glow in the dark.
I love Firefly.
There's something very magical about this word, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Whenever you hear about fireflies in a song, for me it always creates such a very warm kind of atmosphere, cozy atmosphere, doesn't it? So this song called Firefly, and it's very, very different to like the normal other stuff that they do. Because when you think of N Flying, right, you think of high energy, big guitars and big drums and high notes and all of that. This one is just so very different. It's a very, very calm song, and it's literally just done with keys. And for me, it reminded me of Korean music from like legends, so from like 80s and 90s, but it's simply because of the chord progressions that are used a lot in, let's call it Korean pop music, right? So very Korean pop music style chords, and the melodies naturally follow along to that. And there's something, I don't know, there's something for me very nice about a group which is a very current group doing music like that, because sometimes we forget about our roots, right? We forget about our roots in music sometimes, I think, and what the legends were doing in the 80s, even 70s, 80s, 90s, right? It was amazing music, right? Amazing music. Maybe some listeners don't know about Korean artists from that period, but they really are great. So
The
Masters, man. And there's something about Masters when you hear them sing live, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It
good.
is crazy.
It's so good.
It really is crazy.
So that's why I thought, do you know what? N Flying writing a song like this called Firefly, for me, was a really nice thing to hear because they're so young and they probably didn't even hear music from that period of time, right?
Now
because they're
I
young.
am crazy curious.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
It was quite, I don't know, it was very touching for me to listen to this. So I thought maybe you could see a different side to N Flying, which shows that they are quite versatile in their musical talent. It's not just about high energy and great performances and all of that, and witty lyrics. The lyrics are great, but definitely not on the funny side like we've heard before, I think. So I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy it. I hope you do. I certainly loved this song the first time I heard it, and yeah, when you hear the chords you'll know what I'm talking about. It's cool. All right, so this is the song that I've decided to go for, listeners. Have a listen. It is N Flying next up with my choice. This one is called Firefly.
깜빡이는 불빛 내 심장에 빛내림 우린 같은 거라 말하며 서로를 태우면서 더 어렸었더라면 뭘 몰랐더라면 다시 네가 오는 길을 밝혀줄게 어두운 밤에 날 밝히던 너였고 얼마 남지 않아 동이 터오는데도 또 세게 하나 아님 놓을지 고민해 소란스런 마음에 너를 올려두네 아무리 더해봐도 맞춰지지 않는 건 텅 빈 시소처럼 한쪽으로 누워서 파도가 기울고 있어 모든 게 사라질 것처럼 그래도 날 잡아주겠니 깜빡이는 불빛 내 심장에 빛내림 우린 같은 거라 말하며 서로를 태우면서 더 어렸었더라면 뭘 몰랐더라면 다시 네가 오는 길을 밝혀줄게 내 눈이 흐려진다면 모든 슬픔이 널 타고 흐르고 있다면 어쩌겠어 어째 넌 소리 날 수 없으니까 네 기억에 남은 모습이 되어줄게 아무리 더해봐도 맞춰지지 않는 건 텅 빈 시소처럼 한쪽으로 누워서 파도가 기울고 있어 모든 게 사라질 것처럼 그래도 날 잡아주겠니 깜빡이는 불빛 내 심장에 빛내림 우린 같은 거라 말하며 서로를 태우면서 더 어렸었더라면 뭘 몰랐더라면 다시 네가 오는 길을 밝혀줄게 평소 같은 날 운명같이 온다면 남은 하루라도 너와 떨어지는 별들 속에서 마지막 그 순간 흐려진 빛들 속에서 날 안아주겠니 깜빡이는 불빛 내 심장에 빛내림 우린 같은 거라 말하며 서로를 태우면서 더 어렸었더라면 뭘 몰랐더라면 다시 네가 오는 길을 밝혀줄게
There we go. That's Firefly by N Flying. That was my choice.
Oh, that's very touching.
It is, right?
I now know what you meant by, like talking about the masters back in
Yeah.
the days. Yes, they do have that sensational, that like heartwarming, melody-driven songs, but at the same time, they didn't lose M Flying.
No,
in
that's
the
true.
song. They
Yeah.
were still M Flying, but then the melody is so, I would say, very friendly.
It is, right?
Yes.
Especially if you've been listening to Korean music a long time, it's even more friendly as well.
Yes, the progression and everything. But then at the same time, M Flying just like showed that they can be M Flying
Yeah.
in that kind of genre, which is amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yes, absolutely. They're very versatile, aren't they? And flying, very versatile. We also mentioned Hayes vibes
Yes.
as well
Yes, they have the haze vibe as well.
in this song.
Mhm.
Because Hayes loves these chords too
Yes.
in her music.
Like 비도 오고 그래서.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly,
Mm.
exactly. All right, listeners. So we're talking about almost said we're talking about NIve today. We're, we're talking about N flying today.
Yes, please send in the song by them that you want to hear, and also tell us about the reason why you became their fan.
That would be absolutely wonderful, listeners. That'd be great. All right, we've actually have some messages
right?
from our listener. We got time. We can take our time with these. Do you want to go first for
yes,
us, mate?
sir. All right. I got a message from Olivia saying, the first song that comes to my mind when I think of N Flying, I became a fan after listening to Rooftop, 옥탑방.
Yeah.
N Flying's unique, refreshing, and youthful story warms my heart. And I think today's Oh My K-Pop is a show for me. I'm always rooting for you with anticipation for N Flying's song. Oh. Well, I mean, yes. I mean, 옥탑방, N Flying's Rooftop also was a song that got me into N Flying as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to know them, you know. So this was huge. This is still like on chart, right?
I mean, it must be one of
on
the
and
most
off.
successful songs in the
Yeah.
charts ever, man. Clearly, it's. I don't know. There's something about that song which I think the Korean public connect to more. I
Right.
think in some way, they really connect to it.
I mean, also like the Rooftop, 옥탑방. There's not that many like countries that
Exactly.
have like 옥탑방, like rooftop.
Yeah.
Of course, in America, and you know, every houses have their rooftop. But then doing something in the rooftop is pretty rare. But then in Korean culture, when we think about rooftop,
Yeah.
lots of images hit your brain, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I think that's one of the elements that got the rooftop
Yeah.
this popular.
Exactly.
There were no songs that talked about rooftop.
I
I'm sure
know.
there were, but like
Yeah.
not in this sense. you know?
Exactly. So it's a great. So the story of the song is a key point, I think, definitely. Good. All right. I've also got
sir. Do you have any?
Benny writing in. Good Tuesday afternoon, Sam C and Neve. I'm excited to what we're going to talk about this week with the band N Flying. They've been in the industry since 2013 in Japan and 2015 in Korea, so almost 10 years in general. These are the songs that I like from N Flying. So Moonshot, You, 피었습니다, Into Bloom, Sober, Lonely, their debut song in Korea, 기가 막혀, Awesome, 뜨거운 감자, Hot Potato, 이보다 좋을까, Can't Be Better, 진짜요, Oh Really, and of course 옥탑방, Rooftop. These songs are endless and amazing for the boys. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Oh, you've mentioned a few that I forgot about. Lonely's great. I like Sober. Yeah, you got some interesting. You've mentioned this as well. So they went, they went to Japan first, right? CM Blue did that. They went, so before debuting in Korea, they went to Japan and the kind of, I guess it was kind of like a training period going into the indie scene, like performing. Because I don't know if you know, but I performed in Japan before. They've got an amazing band scene in Japan. It's crazy big.
Yes.
It's such a big genre in Japan.
Band music is huge.
Yeah,
Huge in Japan.
it's massive. So do you know what? For a Korean band to be even a little bit successful in Japan is such a big deal. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously, N Flying spending 2 years in Japan, like doing that, it must have been. I don't know. It must have been obviously very, very exciting, but also probably really difficult at the same time.
I mean, they probably had to learn like Japanese
Learn
as well.
Japanese, which can be tough.
Tough.
I think. Do you know what I like? I like artists who go through some struggles and then they find success. It's such a beautiful story, isn't it? It's so nice.
I mean, they're loved from both countries these days,
They are.
which is very. Only few artists pull that off.
It's tough, isn't it?
If you're famous in Japan, you're just famous in Japan.
Yeah,
Or if you're famous in Korea,
I know, right?
you don't. It's hard to have like an even fandom
Yeah,
in Korea and Japan. I think M Flying, in that sense, is one of the most unique
yeah,
artists that have like equal amount of
Yes.
fandom.
I'm
in
trying to
both
think of some
countries.
more. Do you remember like Double S501?
Yes.
Huge in Japan, or like Dongbang back in the day.
Yes.
Like, yeah, probably these are big groups, right? It's interesting the groups that go and be successful.
Yunha.
Oh, Yunha's big in Japan.
Yunha and
Yeah. Oh, she's huge.
Hwa.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
course. Yeah. So do you know what? N-Flying, they're doing amazing things
Yes.
for such a young group. I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Very good.
All right, I got one more message from Pahar saying the first song I listened to from N-Flying was Lonely. I came across it when I was looking for K-pop songs with a loneliness theme. The lyrics hit me so hard, and I became their fan since then, and I still listen to them on a regular basis because many of their songs can be listened to at every time of the day, and they also have super relatable lyrics. Yes, lyrics is so important. I think if you just like look at their title
Yeah.
of the songs, majority of the songs are very interesting by just looking at the title. It makes you want to kind of listen to it to hear
Yeah.
what the actual song is about.
It's like, what? Come on. Okay, what's the story going to be? This is going to be interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean they talk about like, oh really, like 아 그래요.
Exactly.
Like 뜨거운 감자. If it were for me for like searching songs like randomly,
Yeah.
I would definitely click on it.
That's the thing.
See?
It's not obvious. It's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
it's very relatable, even from the title.
absolutely.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
you get more into it as you listen to the song.
You do. Love it. Okay, I've got another one here. Jenga writes into us. N-Flying, I am so excited for today. N-Flying have absolutely amazing songs. My favourite is still Hot Potato, 뜨거운 감자. And one of my favourite things to listen to by them is the LOL OST medley they did a little while back. It's kind of amazing. And ironically, my bias is sister is also my bias in Rainbow. They're both a special brand of chaos. Y'all know how much I love chaos. So Kim Jae-hyun and Kim Jae-kyung from Rainbow. Yeah, of course. That became a bit of a... When Kim Jae-hyun debuted, that was a big thing because obviously Rainbow, a big girl group. And that was interesting to have siblings both do very well in music is great, isn't it? Jenga, it's always so nice to hear from you. And I wonder why both of these would be your biases. I'd love to know some reasons. Obviously very talented, but would love to hear from you in the future about that. Jenga, good to hear from you. Dude, obviously I picked one song earlier,
Yes.
Firefly. You've also got a song for us.
Yes. It took me some time to search for their music. I brought the song that was included in the album that was released in 2021, I think. I believe like in June. It was the title of the album was A Man on the Moon. And I brought the song that was on the number 3 of the track 3 called Karma, 쉼표. The reason that I chose the song is one, it's the type of the song that I would write. And secondly, the like piano, it's a piano driven song with like unique synth and all that. That's very repetitive, but it gets you into the mood, certain mood, very pop vibe like mood. And thirdly, the lyrics. I think it's the lyrics that got me.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the lyrics a lot, right?
Yeah.
I think I naturally picked a song that impacted me the most in the lyrical sense. And this is about taking a break. I mean, when you talk about like comma, like in a sentence, it's like taking a break.
Yeah,
and then it has to lead on to the next sentence.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all need commas in our life, just taking a break. But then they talk about even taking a break can be a burden.
Yeah.
So they're taking a break and they feel like they're drowning deeper and deeper into feeling stress.
Right,
They're
right.
taking break, but they're still stressed out.
Yeah.
I can deeply relate to this because that's how I am.
Yeah.
like
Artist
every
is-
day of my life.
Yeah.
I just feel like I like working. Maybe it's my age, maybe it's like my energy these days. But then like for me personally, I would rather work than taking a break
Yeah.
for many, many reasons. You
Mm.
know, if I take a break, then I think about lots of stuff. And just taking a break feels like I'm not doing anything.
Right. It feels like a waste of time, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're really talking about that. I could deeply relate to the song. And it's one of those few songs that I can deeply relate to. So in a lyrical sense, I think a lot of fans talk about the lyrics, and I think there's a obvious reason why. They just
Yeah.
bring up the topics that's relatable.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's not just like a random love song, which I love.
Of course, yeah.
But it's always interesting to see an artist talking about different stuff.
Yes.
Other than just love.
And the use of this word, 讯票, comma, is genius as well.